Just another day at the Rio, another tournament. Little $10,000 main event. My track record is less than spectacular in this event. I kind of lost count, but I'd guess that I'm 0 for 12 in cashing this random $10,000 event. Didn't want to win anyway. This could be the year. I'm going to stay positive. The game plan is tight is right. Small ball survival. That plan may change day to day depending on table draw and stack size, but today, if I had to bet on myself bagging up, I'd bet a lot of money on me bagging even money. So let's practice pot control, not get too out of line, and make it to day 2 of the $10,000 World Series of Poker main event. Let's get it.
Everyone to the 2018 World Series of Poker main event. Happy 4th of July, everyone. And what better way than to celebrate a great American tradition than with a great game of Texas Hold'em, right, Chris Moneymaker?
The dealers shuffle up and deal. Come on, everybody.
With blinds at 150-300, we're in the cutoff with pocket aces. We've been playing a small ball strategy, so we raise it up to 600. Everyone folds but the big blind who puts in the call. The flop comes Jack 9 deuce, Jack 9 of hearts. I have the ace of hearts. He checks. Normally I'd bet for value, but we're playing real tight today. We're just gonna keep it real small. We don't want to get out of line, get in any tough spots. So I check behind. The turn is an offsuit 7. Pretty harmless card unless he has a 2 pair or a 10-8 for the straight. He bets 800. No reason to raise. We put in the call in position. The river's an offsuit 4. He now bets 2150. No reason to raise. We're definitely not going to fold, having underrepped our hand pre-flop and on the flop. We call, and he shows 10-8 offsuit for the nut straight. Aces cracked. With blinds at 150-300, middle position opens to 700. Recreational flat calls behind, and I'm in the big blind with 2 black kings. Of course, I'm going to 3-bet squeeze this 100% of the time, but with 50K starting stacks, that could only get me in trouble. We completely underrep our hand and just put in the call. They're never going to put us on top set. Let's get there. The flop comes ace 7-3, all spades. We got the nut flush draw and second pair. I check and both of them check. I think I have the best hand now. The turn is an 6 of clubs. I check. Original raiser bets 1800. Recreational flatter folds, so of course we're going to put in the call. No reason to raise. Of course I could semi-bluff with the nut flush blocker, but we're keeping the pot small. Tight is right. The river is an offsuit 4. I check and he checks behind. I show my kings and he shows ace 3 of hearts. He flopped 2 pair. He was scared. Could have lost a lot more. Could have won it pre, but small ball is the name of the game. We're going to bag and tag in 6 hours. Coming back from dinner break with 45,000. With blinds at 150-300, the good euro raises under the gun +2. I look down at pocket sixes in the cutoff. Since I am 3-betting 0% this tournament, it's an easy call. 2 calls behind me, we're 4 ways to a flop. The flop comes Ace 10-6 rainbow, jackpot. Action checks to the good euro, he bets 1,600. Small ball it is, no reason to raise here. I put in the call, and the big blind calls. The turn is an offsuit deuce. Total rainbow, check. Euro bets 5,000. I could raise here, but I don't want to give off the strength of my hand, so I just put in the call again. I have position. Other guy folds. We're now heads up. The river is an ace. Euro quickly bets 10,000. I got sixes full of aces. What hands beat us here? Pocket aces, pocket tens, ace 10, ace 6, and ace deuce. Of course, if I raise, none of those hands are going to fold, so that's not good. But if I raise, what hands can call me? You think, okay, he has trip aces, so he's going to call my river raise with trip aces. He's a very good player, and I have to give him credit for possibly laying down trip aces, even with a king or queen kicker in this situation, due to the rarity of a river raise in this spot. What hands would I possibly be bluffing with? There's no draws. He can only hope that I'm raising very thin on the river with something like ace queen or ace jack, if he does in fact have ace king. So I go in the tank, count out a raise to 30,000, but I decide on a call. He shows ace king, I drag a pot. Luckily no one berates me, but I think my logic is sound, and it's just not worth it to raise the river with sixes full.
Congratulations, if you're you've earned it. Yes, hello there. Nice to
Upstage.
see you again. Hey there.
With blinds at 250-500, I lose 3 annoying pots in a row, small pots. Go from 76,000 down to 62,000. On the fourth hand, I open to 1,200 with ace queen of hearts, an Indian gentleman on the button flats, and it seems to be a Spaniard in the big blind. 3 bets to 6,000. I am playing under the tight is right philosophy, but I do not think I can fold ace queen of hearts in position to this squeeze play, so we put in the call. Indian guy also calls. We're 3 ways to a flop, almost 20K in the middle. The flop comes jack, deuce, deuce, 2 hearts. Hopefully no one has pocket jacks. Original raiser checks and looks disgusted. At this point, I'm pretty damn sure he has ace king. Good bet, but, you know, we want to keep the pots as small as possible, so I check. Indian guy on the button bets 7,000. Big blind folds, it's back to us. Indian guy has about 38,000 behind. Contemplating a check raise, but I think a call is better. Going with the small ball game plan. So we put in the call. The turn is a 6 of hearts, a beautiful card. Could lead, but you know, we're gonna play in flow. We check and he bets 13,000. He has about 25,000 behind. With the nut flush on a paired board in a 3-bet 3-way pot, what do you think's the best option? Should we just call and call any river? Should we call and shove rivers? Or should we just shove now? I think it's pretty close, but I opt to shove now just to take away the opportunity for him to check back his ace-jack, king-jack type hands, or if another heart comes that will kill our action, or if a jack or a deuce comes, those are horrible cards. So I shove all in, and he pretty quickly folds. He seems pretty irritated and said, "Did you know I had an overpair, bro?" No, I didn't know that, but, you know, good fold. He wants to know what I have, and I said I'll tell him in 40 minutes when we bag and tag. We now have 95,000 chips.
Scan dealers, just go ahead and do the race off.
On your
Put your
bag,
cards
we
away.
need your
Stand up.
name and your new table and seat number.
All right.
What's up, guys? Jeff Boski here. You may know me as Jeff Sluzinski, or more famously from my YouTube channel, Jeff Boski on YouTube. Make sure you check it out today. I am the original America's Card Room Site Pro. Back in December, we inked the deal, and it's been a pleasure working with them. They've provided me a trip to Costa Rica to commentate on their cage event. I'll be going back at the end of July. Really like playing on America's Card Room. You can find me on there as The Boski. I stream on YouTube some of my sessions when I go deep in their tournaments. I've been playing the World Series of Poker for about 13 years now. I've played the main event, I think 12 years in a row. My success is unparalleled. I think I'm the only player that's 0 for 12. That's right, 0 cashes, negative $120,000. This is the year. I can't not cash forever. If you're coming to the World Series of Poker, I highly recommend you play the gimmick events, the 888, the Monster, Double Stack. Those are going to be the biggest fields with the biggest prize pools that can really change your life. Make sure you deposit on America's Card Room using bonus code BOSKI, 100% deposit bonus. Sign up today, first time deposit bonus only.